It's the show
After the show!
With Ray J, producer Butters, Mima, and Ajay.
I'm not mad right now.
Hey, that was pretty good, wasn't it?
That was
That
better.
was really
But
good.
it was factually incorrect. I'm not mad right now.
You know, here's the
Well,
difference
I think
between
you are, because
inspiring
you're mad that he said that you weren't.
and hating.
We're mad.
Because she's like, no, that was really good. And like, oh, that was better. Not great, but better.
we will be perfect
No.
in every aspect of the game.
Inspiring and firing.
Look, we all know who the one is that fires people in this building. It's Shauna. Okay, so Ajay
I love Shania.
made it very clear that he would not support children suffering from afflictions if their grandparents ran garage sales or there was a crowdfunding
moldy
for it,
biscuit.
and
That's
he didn't
not-
know them.
That's
He
not.
said, tough. I don't know you. I'm not going to contribute any money. Ajay and I were talking about crowdfunding. Yesterday we played a game called What Would You Do? And the scenario was you go to a garage sale, you're by yourself, you don't want to buy anything, and you realize you're by yourself, and then as you're trying to leave, you see a sign behind where the old lady's standing that's running the garage sale that says all the proceeds go to help my sick child, sick grandchild. And Ajay was like, absolutely not. I'm not buying anything. So today the question was, what would get you to donate to like a crowdfunding? And the answer was generally like I probably have to know them.
That's what I was going to say. I'd have to personally know him.
And I feel like that's probably
Yeah.
pretty commonplace, but the actual question is, what do you have to crowdfund for? If you were going to start one right now, what do you need the money for? Like, all right, internet, I'm coming to you as strangers. Please help me.
It's pay off producer Butter's house fund.
It's funny you say that because mine is just help me get a house, please.
Honestly, just help me pay student loans.
Please pay for me education.
Once
Please.
that's done, I can do everything else.
I would like to
It
have
just
a
gets
roof over my
worse.
head.
Just saying.
Ajay, what are you crowdfunding for?
Apparently nothing.
You know,
Life's great for that man.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of just saving my own money. No, okay. Fine.
I don't need hundreds of thousands
Must
of dollars
be
from
nice.
What am I
strangers.
crowdfunding for? Yeah.
Now I'm crowdfunding to be just like Ajay. Nothing. Have nothing.
I would like to start a crowdfund now to sneak milk into all of Ajay's cookies, please. That is the project that I need money for.
No, I'm crowdfunding for a chef who will make me all these wonderful foods that I've never ate in my life, such as s'mores.
Such as
I'm crowdfunding
peanut
for a
butter,
fire pit.
onion, and
That's what
jelly
I'm doing.
sandwich.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm crowdfunding for a fire pit.
Yes.
I do have one of those.
So
Well, good for you.
I need to
don't.
ask. I need to ask real quick while we're on the subject of s'mores. Did your mom say anything? Because I heard you say "I love you, Mom" right before we did the after show. You were on the phone with her about the show today.
Yeah.
Did you have to call and apologize to her?
No, that was for couple. Yeah, that was last week's episode. No, she didn't bring it up this time.
Okay, just make it sure because I still need to report your parents to Child Protective
Dude,
Services.
gosh, they adopted me for heck's sakes. They love me.
And then tortured you. Like it's not a win-win situation. Okay. So,
so what? Never mind.
you
We're
know,
not going there.
the funny thing is, as ridiculous as it sounds, I think it was a couple weeks ago because I think it was one of the shows I did by myself. There were 4 dudes who bought an island off the coast of somewhere in South America. I forget where specifically. They bought an island with money they crowdfunded. They said, hey, we want to buy an island. And Stranger was like, you know what? Buy my own house, save up to buy my own island, buy a new car. Nah, strangers get their own island. That's what I want. And they're trying to create their own country.
That sounds like that. Was it the Fire Festival or something? Where
Yeah,
they just
I mean,
stole a bunch of people's money and then didn't do anything.
But that was under the guise that you were going to get something. These guys are like, no, you're solely donating so we can have an island. Like, donate for us to live your dreams.
And then their song could be "We're Good." I'm on an island.
I just want a massive fire pit.
When you say massive, like how big? Like a whole backyard?
A half of it.
A half.
Wow.
What are you going to do with a fire that big besides obviously start wildfires?
Roast marshmallows. Roast hot dogs. Roast.
Just constantly?
Yeah, but what's the problem with going out every summer and just, throwing up a fire and...
I
just
do
don't
it
know
about
what-
every weekend. So
yeah, see?
Look, okay, time
Producer
out.
Butters knows what's going on.
Whoa. Getting really defensive on that side of the room.
Don't woe is me.
No one said that it was a bad idea. My question
Your
was,
tone of voice
why do
did.
you need a fire pit that big? That was it. Ajay, I don't know how mistake prone you are.
I heard Fire pits are stupid. You don't need them.
Yeah,
You're
I've
gonna
heard-
start
you know
fires.
what?
I'm
on
glad
places.
this is broken into a political
Fire pits are for
discussion.
arrogant people like you guys.
All right, you know what? I
Wow.
now want to crowdfund to make it illegal in whatever ordinance of the city that Ajay's living in to have a fire pit. That's what I want to crowdfund for. I'm going to use those funds to gain political favor and make sure that you're not allowed to have one.
Wow.
There's a lawsuit coming your way, buddy.
No, I'm going to
And
do
you
it
ain't gonna
through
have the funds
system.
for it because you put the funds all over the put.
Fine. I need to crowdfund
You know what?
also for my legal issues.
I'm gonna fund to not fund the fire department so that everything can burn, just because of you.
All right, that's it. I'm now crowdfunding
I'm
to
just
buy.
crowdfunding for money so I can put all of these 3 guys in therapy.
Nah, pass. I'm going to crowdfund
I'm
to
not
buy
done with
as
you
many
yet, AJ.
grasshoppers
Hey,
as possible to airdrop them at Producer Butter's house. That's
I'm
what
gonna
crowdfunding for.
crowdfund for AJ.
It went silent.
To finish this sentence.
Buffering.
And
He
his
freest-
mic's off.
He freestyle rapped earlier, and then he
Yeah.
came to
Hey, did
finish
you hear my
that
freestyle
sentence.
rap?
I did. I heard it.
Wasn't
It's
it?
not bad, right? It was way
so
better than you expected.
before we started, before we got on there, I tell AJ, I'm like, dude, I hope producer Butters doesn't listen, and I hope he doesn't fire me, man. I was so nervous. Oh man, I was
I am
terrified.
crowdfunding Ajay's rap career.
What's the right? And we're gonna get started on SoundCloud. It's just a perfect
Yeah.
match. It's the perfect
and
match.
and if that doesn't go well, you can just mumble rap like everybody
So,
else.
I'm going
true.
to
Just make it
and my
popular on
rap name
TikTok.
is gonna be Salverton.
he's DJ 8-bit.
I mean, I think that's trademarked, but yeah,
I think it is, but
Is it
it's
really?
still great.
Yes.
I think there's somebody who does 8-bit mashups of
Well, he's
songs.
not
It's
as good
pretty
as
cool.
you.
Like I've made some.
I like when Producer Butter sends me the songs from TikTok where somebody just takes one phrase over and over again because I'm sure other people did it, but there was a stretch where Producer Butters was just doing that with songs.
Yes.
And the thunder and okay, that's enough silly. Let's talk about this. So yesterday I got asked by somebody to give them some professional advice, and I did, and I feel like it was good advice, but then I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know that I would have asked me for advice. And so my question is, what is a piece of advice, and if you can, from who did you get it, that is important to you? Whoa.
No
really quiet and
advice.
Deep. Seriously, no one has ever given you any advice that you found usable.
Mostly my advice is to talk me out of something.
Yeah, keep
That I
it
want
simple,
to do.
stupid.
Okay. All right.
And then I just get mad because I'm like, no, I really want to do this. And like, no, that you shouldn't do this. And I'm like, but
Wait,
why?
Are you?
So Producer Butters doesn't need advice. He needs willpower. That's what he said. He has stand-in willpower.
No, I make my own decisions. I got it.
Hey,
We're good.
Producer Butters. Heck yeah. All right. What about you?
I
Mom?
told you not to
Complete-
do
It's
it.
a complete conflict of what he just
Time out. Let me ask you something there, Producer Butters. Are you one of those guys who will just go out and do something, or like, are you? Does someone have to be like, hey, I'll give you $5 if you do this, or you're like, no, I'll just do it right now. I'll just do it for the heck of it.
Are you impulsive? That's what he's asking.
Sometimes.
Interesting.
I didn't know this.
So if I
Ajay's
gave you a
seemingly
full
pretty
peanut
impulsive.
butter and onion sandwich, would you be like, yeah, I'll do it right now?
How much you paying me?
Oh, so because you need to pay for
It
that.
went out the window real quick, didn't it?
All right, Mima, what was yours?
No. I'll tell you an impulsive story. So
yeah.
Okay.
yesterday
now
I was at my grandparents' house, and I usually, when I go there, I'll help them out with some things, right? And my grandmother was complaining that the satellite box was like sometimes crashing out, and I said, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Well, you guys have a second one that's like not being used downstairs."
Yeah.
I was like, "Why don't we just swap them out or swap them out?" "Oh no, you don't want to do that." I was like, "No, let's go. Let's do this."
Okay, yeah, that Producer Butters, I know a lot. There's a day where Twitter just infamously did not have a good day for VFX because Producer Butters was like, delete, nope, all this, delete. I know that, Producer Butters. I know that one well.
That's house cleaning.
That is house cleaning.
Okay, back on subject. So apparently, Producer Butters has never gotten usable advice whatsoever. He's just done it his way. Some people just talked him out of things, which apparently was not good. Ajay is just going to quote The Office. So, Mima, I'm counting on you to give me something. Something.
My sister once told me, forget about the bills and go on vacation because when you come back, the bills will still be there.
It's true.
But the time you spent on vacation will not.
It's true.
That's very true.
That's a lesson I learned the
So-
hard way.
I do that sometimes, and then I come back and I'm like, if I don't pay this bill, it's gonna get shut off.
Well,
But I do have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's what matters. That's more important
Exactly.
than electricity.
YOLO.
Okay, I got one now.
Okay,
A
Life will
vacation
always-
from your problems.
Yes.
Life will always provide. There. That's always been the best one.
Who told you that?
People.
People.
Producer
Secret
Butters
cult
told
I can't
Producer
talk
Butters
about that we live by that motto. For me, one of the best things my dad ever told me is he said his role as a father is to start me and my brother on a path further ahead than he started so that we could live a better life than he did. And that to me is the motto of which, and honestly, to me, I feel like it's a motto in which parenting should be done. But I think in general, like you should live your life in certain capacity to that. Like for instance, like I came here to VFX. At some point, I will probably not be here. I don't know. Maybe I'll die here. Who knows? But generally, my concept would be to start VFX for the next person at a much better point than I came to it. Whoa. yeah, I know.
Leave something better than you found it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just different version of that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
Planet, career.
So when I build
people.
this fire pit and I leave this home, it is gonna be better than when I first found it. 'Cause there was no fire pit in the first place. Now
You'll be-
you can have all the roasted hot dogs and marshmallows and whatever else.
Now
You'll
they're
be-
just gonna.
You'll be following my
Put them in
father's
the
advice. He'll be
yard.
proud of you. He'll be like, "Oh, thanks, not son."
Son.
How about some actual advice, Ajay? Everybody finally leveled and shared one. What do you got?
I gave you actual advice. That was great actual advice right there. Okay. Um.
When I build this
me
hypothetical
see
massive fire pit that's a
here.
danger to everyone around me.
Oh, what's good advice? What's good advice?
Not a single piece of advice ever been given to you that you're like, you know what, that's not bad. Everyone said
I
something,
mean,
you go,
look,
you're stupid.
Look, every day someone's telling me something about what you'd probably consider as advice, and I just forget. And so I don't even remember what yesterday someone told me about something that was probably good advice. So I forgot.
Here's your advice. You're stupid. There you go.
Here's your advice.
Good luck.
Forget
Here's your
everything
advice.
you know.
It's up to you. Lol.
Best advice I gotten so far.
Here's the advice.
I'm listening.
Forget the advice you were given yesterday and get new advice today.
No.
That's great.
No, hard
Holy
pass.
crap, I just came up with that,
My
What did
guys.
you say?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't follow.
No, dude. Hey,
You're,
wait.
you're on your path because you forgot it already. Like,
Yeah,
you just got to
see?
pick up the new advice.
Don't
Forget
matter.
the advice you were given yesterday because you're going to get better advice today.
Or worse. I mean,
don't
I've
think that's
no,
gotten
it's gonna be
worse.
better.
at all.
Well,
Yeah,
it
I think
depends. Maybe you're hanging out with worse people today than you were hanging out with
Yeah,
yesterday.
therefore, that would not be better advice.
Yeah, that would be
That's
worse.
a total wild
yeah, if
card.
you're hanging out with worse people, then yes.
For
So
example,
go hang out with good people.
For example, one day my sister said, Irma, don't care what people think about you and just do it. And then the next day my friend said, it's up to you, lol. What's better advice?
What's lol?
LOL.
The hell? Just say laugh aloud. Why did you say lol?
Because it's
What is-
lol.
what
It's
this
up to you.
world?
Okay, do you live under a rock?
No, like this generate like what in the
I'm gonna
world
give
are
you a
we
lol
doing?
s'more.
This generation, we're all millennials in here.
Yeah.
What do you mean this
People are using
generation?
click and clock.
He's
and
he's part of the
Instaface
older
and
the older
Snapgram
millennial.
and-
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So producer Butters and I are part
My
of the
book?
elder millennials. Ajay got to be flirting with
Ancient.
just missing it.
ancient.
Ancient.
God.
Ancient.
Lol. Lol's also known as like slow,
My other
empty.
favorite one is what? W-U-T.
What?
W-U-T.
What?
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 Is it Friday? It's feeling a lot like Friday.
I feel
Don't
great.
be
All right.
dramatic, but it's barely Tuesday.
I'm just saying.
Well,
the
it's
energy
gonna
feels very
get
Friday.
just know
to
it's
me.
gonna get a lot worse tomorrow. It sounds like so that's great.
Tomorrow's hump day.
What
It's
from
good
the
day.
advice you're gonna get?
No, because
I'm-
we got to go into the kitchen and eat some food.
I am
that
excited about this.
you
Me too.
You're excited about having a PBJ onion
You know
sandwich.
what? Besides that, everything else is good for me.
Well, I'm excited about the s'mores and the
That.
root beer floats.
Those.
That's
Hey,
it.
How
and
are we doing that,
the
by the way?
tacos.
We're making them and
We
eating
starting a
them.
fire outside in the.
No,
on
I think
the ranch?
everything's. The only thing that needs to be cooked is the meat, right? That's the only thing that needs to be cooked.
We just need a
Well,
griddle.
if we're
Does
gonna do
anybody
a-
have a griddle?
If we're gonna do s'mores, you gotta have the
Oh,
flame.
duh.
Yeah, you need a
duh,
fire.
duh,
That's what I
duh,
was
duh, duh, duh. Well, luckily, I know someone who's building a fire pit half the size of their backyard.
That's true. Can we just put one out here next to the
Question:
Tower that I never knew existed.
how's the weather gonna be tomorrow?
Not great, actually. I don't think.
It's supposed to
I
be
think
better.
it's
No, today's the
sunny.
last super windy day.
I think it's
rain.
It's supposed to get
sunny.
better this weekend
that'd be
until
fun.
this weekend, and then it's supposed
Let's
to
build a
not be great
fire
this
in the
weekend.
wind. Ha.
Can you imagine?
And ironically,
How
it was
south
us
that would
that
go.
started the wildfire, not Aj and his giant
Hold on
fire.
a second. You said you had a grill, right?
I have a grill
That's gas.
that's charcoal.
That's charcoal. We can work with that.
I just don't have a way to transport it because it's. I mean, I can put it in my car, but then I'm gonna have charcoal stuff all over my car. I
Wait,
don't
how
want that.
big is this thing?
It's a grill. It's like the small grill, but it's.
I'm
not
thinking like
portable.
portable, like
can
tiny grill.
I take back my RSVP for this and
No.
maybe pass?
No.
You asked me this earlier. The answer's no.
Why not?
You have to
Because we
do
said
it.
no.
Why?
We're filming it, and then it's going to be on.
we are filming this.
Yes,
we
We're gonna
are.
film
Yes,
us
we are.
eating food.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is going on?
Why are you so confrontational?
VFX.
Why can't we just
Here's
eat
some
food?
advice for you.
You know
Calm
what?
down.
You know
Here's
what?
here's some advice. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here.
Okay. That's really good
I'm glad
advice.
you're all right, Mimo.
I'm okay.
Yeah, you about died, by the way.
That's close.
Woo-hoo.
She almost ate it hard. We better get out of here before we get a lawsuit. This has been the show.